What's happening, adventurers? I'm regularly on the lookout for MMORPGs to play. There's a lot of them that I beta and alpha tested that I just completely forgot about. Mainly because they weren't that good or were doing anything worth remembering. There was one though that wasn't that great of an MMO, but the combat was unique enough that it stuck in my mind. And it's called Bless Unleashed, and I just stumbled across the game again recently. The combat, the video. I watched combat footage. I can't speak. I watched combat footage, and suddenly the memories of this game came flooding back. And I felt that Bless Unleashed is a game worth playing for the channel. So subscribe to the realm and follow me on X at _sorcerer, capital Y, capital T, as I smack my vape onto my floor. Bless Unleashed specifically is one of those MMORPGs that had an unfortunate fate. And that unfortunate fate is already existing once and failing. And now this is kind of like the redo. Actually, Bless Unleashed is the redo of a redo. This is the third version of the original game that came out. Well, second version of the original game came out, so making it the third game. And when I watched footage of the first game, the game actually seemed a lot better than this. It felt more like Arcade. It felt more Eastern MMO. But this version feels like completely like a westernized MMO with like weird combat. Like, let me show you what I mean by the weird combat, because this is like what's interesting. It has a combo system, and leveling up, you're pretty much just developing combos and stuff. Ooh, sick. The combo system's interesting. I played it in the beta test. And I also played this a little bit on stream recently. And I completely forgot I played it on stream, just because this game is just unremarkable to me. I'm gonna have to turn down the volume. Ow! Take that, you big poopy head. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. This is one of those MMOs that is theme parky, but it's also designed to where like it's just pushing you region to region progressively. Like, it is not open world, it's a theme park MMO, so it's instanced. You go to a new region and it loads up and puts the players that are in that region there, or some of the players. But unfortunately, this game's kind of dead. It has like 300 players on it. It's also available on console, and I think console is probably more lively because there's less competition. So, well, I mean, there's less competition, there's also less games. So what games are on consoles, like what MMOs are on consoles, that's what they get. So they kind of have to deal with it. But for PC, it's a lot harder for these games to kind of survive. At least in my opinion. Just because there's old games, there's new games coming out, there's private servers. There's just so much to play that if you're a bad game or a kind of a boring game that's just doing nothing worth playing other than maybe this combat, you're not going to have a long-term player base. But that's kind of unfortunate because shit, that means this this game with the combat system is going to disappear at some point. And I don't think any other MMO is going to pick up the combat system that this game has, because it's just so goofy. What the hell is going on here? I'm weak. What level am I? 3? Oh! I just literally keep using health items. I was hitting F1, F2, and not 1 and 2. But the cool thing, another cool thing, I can't just say the cool thing like there isn't other cool stuff about the combat. You get to replenish your mana like that, like what I just did. You meditate, and you can do that actively, meaning you can move. Can't really dodge things, but you can move, but you can cancel the animation too if you wanted. And it's really nifty in combat. And if you learn how to do your combos right, and you learn how to fight, you can, while rolling away and fighting a group of enemies, you can replenish your mana. Ooh, like that. This is sick. Sadly, this game's boring as hell. Like, since there's no players, you just gotta type in the world chat room. I call it the world chat room because that's what it is. If there's not a lot of players nearby, it just becomes an in-game chat room. But the enemies in this world's interesting. It's just designed too simply, in my opinion. I mean, all MMOs have this, where it's like each region has its random animals that live there, and it has an enemy type. But this feels like an MMO that is meant for people that don't know what MMORPGs are. Like, Bless Unleashed is like, just playing this beginning part, you get the whole picture of this game. The boss fights are like, the world boss fights are cool, but if you don't have other players in the area, they're kind of pointless. There's like a world boss fight over here. So let's run through this field. So this is a field of 2 different mob types, but it's kind of nonsensical why they're here. It's just enemies here for the sake of being here. Some of the quests in here kind of like tell you what they're doing, but this just feels so goofy. Like this, you see this in old, like classic MMORPGs, and that's fine. But those games are heavily reliant on you grinding out an area for hours at a time just to get something. And this game isn't like that. It's just designed for long-term, like a grindy classic MMO. But the gameplay, the mechanics, I mean, like the combat and just the progression systems aren't meant for long grinds. It's just, it feels like the team that made this game had like different ideas of what this MMORPG is in mind. They had different aspects of this in mind. Oh yeah, I was looking for the world boss. Oh, there's one in here. Oh, there's a new player down there. It's not typical that there's another player down here, but they're level 34 and they're having a tough time with this thing. Yeah! Well, this is one of the world bosses you face. They respawn every so many seconds. Well, this is like just it. I don't know. It just feels like this MMO is disappointing. I've played a lot of, not a lot, but I've played a decent selection of MMOs on this channel, and none of them started out this garbage. Like, I just can't help it. The combat is interesting, but it just can't carry it. And I think you kind of get the idea of what this combat is. I thought it was weird enough to show on screen. This MMO is not good enough to actually do an actual video on. This is Bless Unleashed. A sad MMO that probably not going to inspire any developers to take this kind of combat and make it better or make it like a common combat system. It's just goofy and silly. Like it would be good if the game was designed for this combat system, but just disjointed. Well, this is Bless Unleashed. Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more video games. What the hell did I say? If you want to see more gameplay.